Chevis Balloon here with Artifact. Today I'm talking about market research and specifically high density market research that's done for you, delivered in a structured package, and gives you the complete understanding of how to position and market your product or service so that you win. With it, you will know who your future customers are. You'll be able to speak their language and capture their attention to convert them into repeat buyers. Let me show you a few of my clients. This first one, I've just given them deliverable after deliverable over the years. They love it. The second one, I've been working with them for almost a year now. And from the market research, we were able to re-message their primary offer, running circles around people who came from Google. Listen to what they also had to say.
So as you heard it in Denise's words, you knocked it out of the park in the first piece, which was just give us a baby step piece. We'll pay you for it. We'll see whether we like it or not.
I would say that you were able to articulate our product back to us and match our voice and messaging that we want to hear and that we feel very comfortable with and confident with, that no one else had been able to articulate the way you did right away.
So who is this for? Are you selling a sophisticated SaaS or service and it's difficult to message to your audience? Do you feel like you're wasting money on ads or email campaigns and other marketing strategies that don't seem to be doing anything? Do you lack confidence in exactly what to say and when to say it in your sales funnel? Do you think you have a good product, but it's just not landing with your audience? Or maybe you're just not sure about what exact steps to take in your next marketing campaign so that it actually works. Okay. If any of this describes you, you're probably feeling one of a number of more things, right? You probably feel like you're missing the mark, lacking clear direction. What exactly do you need to do right now? Okay. Without the clear direction, you're going to lack confidence as well. Messaging takes a long time to produce because it's just difficult to message, right? It doesn't strike a chord with your audience. You're watching competitors get ahead while you're stagnating. Maybe you don't want to admit it, but you've hired and fired more agencies than you'd like to admit. So overall, you're not getting the results that you expect. So here's the thing. Where are you starting from is my first question in order to address this. Maybe you've heard somebody say, well, you need to start by building your ideal customer profile or something else like that, right? We're talking about personas. This is the beginning of marketing. Now, those things can be helpful, especially with the nuance in writing some copy, but that's not where you start. Let me explain something. In archaeology, there's a term called a datum point. It's a fixed location from which all measurements and decisions are made on a dig site. And without it, nothing makes sense. You need to have a datum point for your marketing. And the only way to get that is with research. Lots of research. High density market research, so that you can have answers to the most crucial questions that will make all the difference in your marketing. The difference between wasting money on ads and email and SEO and things like that versus ones that capture your audience and make them want to click. The difference between playing a guessing game with what you should do next versus knowing the exact steps to take to get the results that you want. The difference between falling behind your competition versus standing apart and attracting loyal promoters to your product or service. Fundamental questions that you need answers to in order to make this difference happen. I have 4 of them listed right here. What are your competitors saying, word for word? What are your future customers saying, word for word? And what are you saying in your marketing, and how does it line up with the above? And here's the last one too. This one might sting a little bit, but how does your product sufficiently fulfill the needs of the market? Right? Research can actually draw this out. So what does it look like when you get the answers? You'll know how sophisticated your market is and then be able to set yourself apart from your competitors. You'll have a comprehensive list of jobs to be done, broken down into 3 categories that your future customers need solutions to more than anything else, which is a far more effective starting place than just starting with a buyer persona. The jobs to be done is key. And I'll show you that a little bit later. You'll be able to speak to your future customers with the exact phrases they use to describe their jobs to be done, which will make them feel like you're reading their minds. You'll know how to target customers at different levels of awareness based on where they are in your sales process. So what exactly is in the high density market research report? First, let me describe a little bit about how it works. We set up a minimum 1-hour call with you and 1 or 2 others from your team. And during the call, we ask a series of 20 to 30 questions to help us understand your business, your products, your services as well. And this gives us a framework for how to start our research. You will also, if you have, provide existing sales materials, collateral, sales decks, and then especially if you have any sales call recordings, those are really good. Then we take all of that and we spend the next 2 weeks conducting the research, organizing the data, and then writing the report. So what is actually in the report? It's a comprehensive 10 to 15 page report, plus many more pages of all the raw data that we find. We give that to you as well. In it, you get a full competitor breakdown. It includes the company analysis for their offer, and this is for each competitor, what level of sophistication each competitor is operating at, and how to differentiate yourself from that competitor, the value stack for each competitor, what they're presenting, ads breakdown for each one, and awareness level breakdown for each ad. You get word-for-word customer feedback that's aggregated and organized, and then we put it together in a jobs to be done stack is what we call it. This identifies the most important jobs to be done that their customers are asking for or not, and whether they're getting it or not. You get a full internal breakdown of your company that includes all the same components that we do for the competitor breakdown. You also get an internal jobs to be done that takes everything that from the competitors and you, and we gather all the learnings together and we build the internal jobs to be done stack. And this is a core piece. It helps you know what is most important to your future customers so that you can attract their attention. And you'll know exactly how to write copy and messaging and have it done quickly, because you can literally look at the jobs to be done stack in the 3 categories that we organized it in and just cherry pick phrases that they have all said. It makes it so much easier, and it also makes it feel like you're talking to them. In the report, you also get a tactics grid. This is where we give a list of recommendations to you, what you should do for each channel. So for example, with the ad strategy recommendations, we show you how to move prospects through awareness levels to arrive at a buying decision. Social media strategy recommendations that explain how to create proximity to your customers. Cold outreach, so you can initiate prospects into your funnel, and landing page recommendations so that you can convert them. Also, if we find anything or discover anything, we'll also include what we call super gravity recommendations. These are network effects, zero barrier strategies, and or any value chain opportunities that can further increase your proximity to your customers. All right. It also can include any competitors that you want us to specifically target. Make sure to mention those. And then an analysis of your recorded sales calls. Again, this is dependent on if you can provide that. And if not, we will also interview up to 3 of your best customers using our HTMR question grid, is what we call it. And it draws out the deepest insights as to why they bought. So the bottom line is, you're never going to be in the dark again about what you need to win when you have the high density market research report. So who am I? I've spent 15 years developing marketing content, as well as designing products and brands and providing UI UX consulting. Usually this has been for technical or sophisticated products. Now here, the number one thing that I've seen through all my experience is that there's never enough information in order to make strategic, effective marketing decisions. It's either really sparse or non-existent at all. And that's what drove me to start doing market research. I officially founded in 2014. And in addition to all those other things I've done, I've also developed 100 internal properties from Microsoft that drove engagement across platforms globally. I've designed, written, and branded a funnel that booked 4.6 million in 6 months. And I've worked with many other small and medium businesses. So when you have high density market research, you're going to eliminate the wasted time and money on marketing efforts that are currently just shots in the dark, because you're not going to be in the dark anymore. You're going to get validation as to whether you have product market fit and what you need to do if you need to adjust. You're going to know exactly what steps to take to make your marketing efforts get you results. You're going to know how to target customers at different awareness levels so that you can guide them through the buying process. You'll be able to speak to your future customers with the exact phrases they use to describe their jobs to be done, which will make them feel like you're reading their minds. And then that's going to make them want to buy. You're going to have everything you need as the foundation to say everything you need to say and to build everything you want to build. And now here's the bonus, okay? Here's the cool thing about it. The high density market research report is also a framework for you, your team, and any outside resources that you decide to share it with that facilitates more effective and efficient communication between everyone involved. And it's about, about your product, your service, and your marketing. It just gets everybody on the same page. All right, what exactly do you get? Let me recap it again. You get the comprehensive 10 to 15 page report, plus many more pages of the raw data. You get the full competitor breakdown. You get the full internal breakdown. You get your jobs to be done stacked that gives you everything you need to message effectively to your future customers. You get your tactics grid that outlines our strategic recommendations based on the research for how to approach the various marketing channels. You get our super gravity recommendations to further increase proximity to your customers. And after it's all finished, we'll schedule a 1-hour call with you to review it. And during that call, we're going to walk you through the entire report. We usually deliver the report the same day we do that call. All right, here's a couple other things that some of my clients have said. After we rewrote their messaging based on the high density market research, he was like, I freaking love it, right? Made a huge difference. And then for Ludo here, I had no idea our competitors were doing that. And it ended up validating a strategic pivot that he made. So here's some frequently asked questions. Does this work for e-commerce? Yes, it does. Our history has been with technical and sophisticated SaaS and services like that, but it does work for e-commerce. How much does it cost? Go ahead and see the pricing page. How long does it take? It usually takes 2 full weeks after we receive the payment. And if you need it sooner, we can discuss. Also, if it includes us interviewing any of your customers, the completion time will obviously have to be adjusted based on their scheduling. Okay. What if you say, I've already had a lot of market research completed. Is it worth it? Almost always, yes. I am building a new product or service and we haven't gone to market yet. Does this still work? Yes. Instead of having to adjust your positioning and messaging, you'll just be ready to go right out of the gate. Will you manage our marketing campaigns? We will on a case-by-case basis, but we always do the high-density market research report first. It's the only place to start. Do you design and build SaaS products and internal tools? Yes, I do. Do you build websites and hosting? Yes, I do. But all that's case-by-case basis that you'll just have to talk to me about. Okay, so a few final words. Not having the proper research is always going to leave you one step behind your competition. You're going to lack direction without the proper research, and you're going to lack clear next steps about what to do in your marketing. So if your marketing feels like dead weight, give it some fuel to make a difference before it just keeps costing you more and more money and time. If you're not getting the results that you hoped for or expected, you need to take action now. Proper research is not the place to cut corners, so don't do it. So get high-density market research done for you, delivered in the structured package. It gives you the complete understanding of how to position and market your product so that you can win. If you think that I can help, click the button below to book a call. Thank you.